So, I'm trying to understand, your father was worried about you, and he said you have to run. Now, you're the youngest, but what about your brothers and sisters? Why weren't they told to?
My father was from a different town. In fact, my father had two sisters here in Brooklyn, but I never found them because how did I ever imagine to be in America?
Mm-hmm.
So I never even thought of an address or a name, but I did remember the names, their names, not the last names, just the first names. I never found them.
What were their names?
One was Golda and was a Scheindel.
And they came to Brooklyn.
But I never found them.
When did they come to the United States?
Oh, they must have come way before I was, maybe born even. I don't know.
Right.
But they must have been quite well off because we used to get that, I remember, pictures from them, like from a bar mitzvah, or, beautifully dressed, gorgeous jewelry. But I never found them. My brother was always mad at me that I didn't find them, but I couldn't. If you don't have a last name, how can you find a person?
Mm-hmm.
And the first
Nowadays it's easy. You can find anybody.
You mean you were trying to find them when you were in Poland, or after the war when you came here?
After here.
When you came here. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to understand you. When the war was coming, and the Germans were coming, and people that were established, they stayed in town, but other folks ran. You were told to run away. So your father was worried about you for some reason. What did he think was going to happen? What did he tell you to be afraid of?
He save me.
From what, though?
I don't know from what. From a better life, I don't know. He knew he was very sick and he's going to die. And he tried, to save at least one kid.
Mm-hmm. And your brothers and sisters stayed?
Wherever they lived, yeah, they stayed, but then they all perished anyway. I'll never forget when I walked home, one of my brothers lived in a different town. They had a drugstore. Not they, but their sister-in-law. And my father needed a certain medication. So they had that medication. And I was to pick it up and to bring it to my father, which I did. It was quite a walk. It was a long walk, a whole night, and practically a whole day. And I met the soldier on the way. Such a wonderful guy. And he helped me because I had a little valise. I couldn't carry a big. And he helped me. He said, let me help you. And he did. And he carried that valise with me until to my home. But when we got to the house, and I was thinking to myself, my father is sick. And here I walk in with a soldier. And you don't know what that was in Poland, it's like. But it was okay. My father understood. And thank God he did get a little better. So, I'm just throwing in little things.
Well, what was wrong with your dad? Did he have a heart condition, or that was the medicine that you got for him?
Well, he actually had what they did. he had polyps. So he went for surgery. And they removed the polyps, but they didn't remove the polyps they should, but they removed another part. They made plenty of mistakes, home too. Home especially. And that really put him down. It was pretty sad.
So he was sick when he told you to leave, and he knew the war was coming, and he just wanted you to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And just based on him being worried and telling you to go, you knew it was time to go.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you bring with you when you left?
Very little, very little. I didn't have that much to begin with. But I had a small valise, not too big. And I carried it with me.
What time of the year was it when you left?
September.
So it was cold when you...
Yeah, it wasn't warm. Wasn't warm. Wasn't that cold yet, but it wasn't warm.
And where were you going?
I had no idea where I was going. First I met my future sister-in-law, and we went together. But I lost her on the way, because she wasn't so fast. And, but we met up later on.
Why did you have to run? Like physically run instead of, walking and...
Oh, we walked. We ran, we didn't run. We couldn't run all the time. We walked mostly. And none of my friends ran. I had very rich friends. None of them ran.
They stayed home.
Mm-hmm.
So you must have known where your first place was going to go. You left home and you were going to some place initially,
I
right?
didn't know where I was going.
Did you know you were going to the train?
Yeah, that I knew. That I knew. Because we lived, let's say, here, and the train was quite a few blocks away, far down. And I think we were on the train a couple days. And we got to a town where the people were very nice. And we didn't stay there though. And we went out further. We kept walking. Did a lot of walking.
And you're walking on like a highway? Or through towns?
Through towns. Through all kinds of places.
So was somebody leading the group of people? Were you following somebody, or were you just figuring out?
Nobody was leading, but there were people going.
So how did you know where to go?
I don't know. We just went. We didn't know.
Did you think that you were leaving Poland?
Yeah, that I know.
So you had to get out of Poland, and you had to get
That I know.
away from Germany and go the other direction towards Russia.
That I know.
How did you eat?
I don't remember what I ate. I remember how I ate. Probably very little. I didn't take food with me. And on the way, it wasn't like stores here that you could go in and buy something and eat. Because it just, there wasn't.
No Walmarts, no McDonald's.
No, no, no.
Well, where did you sleep?
That's another story. Everywhere. Wherever you could put your head down.
Outside?
Mm-hmm. Because people were very reluctant to let you in. Because, even though I was a young kid, and my sister-in-law was a little older, but she was bigger. She was tall. She was taller than Sharon. And but still, they were reluctant to let us in. So we were just, slept wherever we could. And we went on further. The next day, until we got to Bialystok.
What's that?
That's the town where my brother was wounded.
Okay.
But he was okay by then. By the time we got there, he was okay.
And that's in White Russia? White Russia?
Uh-huh.
So you walked from Poland to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got there, did you feel like you were safe?
No. We didn't know what to think. All I remember, is when we got there, there was a big park, a tremendous park, with hundreds of people, all running away. And this is where we slept. This is where we lived for quite a few days, until we got to a smaller town than Bialystok, which was called Vashilkov. And people from my hometown were already there, some of them. And they were already together, and they lived together, and they, whatever they did, they did together.
Well, in that park, Grandma, in that first town, were there tents or cabins or houses? It was just outside?
No, outside. It was still nice.
Did you have a blanket?
No blankets. You couldn't walk and drag blankets, no.
So how many people were in that park?
Oh, hundreds of people.
All Jews from Poland?
Mm-hmm.
Just like today in the Middle East. Reliving history.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And we stayed there a few days. And then we went to that smaller town and met our people that from my hometown. And we stayed there for a while. Then one day I was walking in that little town in a little sandals and a little dress, summer dress. And a guy walks up to me and he says, "You'll come with me." I says, "Okay, where are we going?" He says, "No, don't worry, we're going, to a safe place." So he took me to an office and he said to me, there were more people there. And he said to me, "Do you want to stay in Russia or do you want to go home?" And I said, "I want to go home. Whatever will happen," I realized by then it's no good. Whatever will happen to them, will happen to me. It doesn't matter. And they put me in a cattle train. This was a train to Siberia.
Did you know that?
No.
When you got on the train, you didn't know that it was going to Siberia. You thought it was going home.
No, not home, no.
But you told them you want to go home.
I said I would like to go home.
But he might have known better.
But they don't listen to you. They do what they want to do.
Well, this is a Russian?
Huh?
Russian soldier?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
And I said, "I'll tell you what, if you'll take me where I'm from, I'll give you more people because they're still there." They said, "No, we just, you just come with us." And I did. And they put me in that cattle train, and I was very fortunate because it was a family that they also evacuated. Why? I don't know. But it was a whole family. It was a mother and a father and 3 kids and a very old mother. And they put us in the cattle train, and we sat there. The train didn't move. See, trains don't move there the way they move here. You could stay in a train for a day and a night, and suddenly they decided to move you. So we sat in the train, and after sitting a day or maybe a night, the train began to move. And to tell the story short, it took to go from where we were to Siberia almost 2 months.
Oh boy.
my gosh.
Because they don't move. They don't move. They don't travel at night. And the train doesn't go too much in the daytime.
Did they feed you?
But they feel that's what I'm coming to.
Better than Meals on Wheels?
Yeah. They used to put in a big, what do you call
That's right.
it? Not a dish. A pot.
A
A
bucket?
very big pot. With some kind of soup. I don't know what kind of soup. Mostly fish. And this is how we got to Siberia.
Well, but when you told him you want to go on a train and go home, what did he say to you? Okay, come with me, we'll send you home?
Nothing.
He just said, come with me, and he put you on a train.
No, he didn't say anything. He just put me on the train.
This is a Russian soldier that came up to you in the park, just to you, individually,
No,
to a bunch of people.
no. Mm-hmm.
And you all got put on the train.
Now, I was walking in the town where we lived. The park was nearby. And he says, you come with me. So I don't know where to. But that's when they ask you, do you want to be a citizen? Do you want to be... Go back.
So didn't you tell me that you should have answered that you wanted to stay in Russia?
I didn't say. I said I want to go home.
Okay. When you said that you wanted to go home and just face whatever was coming, because the rest of your family was, what did you think that was? What did you think was going to happen to everybody?
I don't know. I honestly didn't know what I was thinking.
She's only 15.
I know, that's because when you think a war is coming, a war is one thing. We have wars,
Well,
but...
you don't know. When you're a young kid, you don't think of war. And you don't think that, those things will happen.
There had never been anything like that when you were younger. You had never seen any war or violence or anything like that.
No.
Everything was just a normal life, and everything was happy and wonderful.
So whatever was coming, you felt you wanted to be with your family,
Mm-hmm.
which is
I
what
was
normal
sorry
now.
that I left. I listened to my father because I always listened to my father. And he was always pretty right.
It was right that time.
Was right, well, but it didn't work out that way.
Why were you sorry?
Because
Why were you sorry that you left?
I shouldn't have left a sick father. But then, if I wouldn't have left, we probably both would be gone.
None of us would be here.
Yeah.
So he was right.
Yeah, he was right.
And it couldn't have been easy for him to say go, any
No.
more easy than it was for you to
Believe
leave.
me, it wasn't easy for him to say.
I'm sure.
Because he really loved me dearly. Because I was the youngest, and it's just, I don't know, the only kid home alone. But I listened. And
I think maybe we should take a break and then talk about the rest of your train trip to Siberia tomorrow. But I was just curious just now. Did your father call you by any kind of nickname or anything?
no, my name is Hannah, in Jewish. My friends called me Anna, Anichka. Anichka is like a little stretch from Anna. Like a likable sort of stretch,
Like a nickname?
No, it's not.
How do you spell Hana?
You had it right there on the wall. In the hole.
I never knew that.
I don't know who bought it. I don't know who made it up. I don't know who described it. Probably you. But it explains the name, what it means.
Well, were there birth certificates in Poland? Did you have a name on a birth certificate? That was your official
Yeah.
name? Hana.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In fact, I had my birth certificate here with me. I don't know what happened.
Do you have a middle name?
No. At home, they didn't have too many middle names. I don't know why. They just didn't.
Well, let's take a break and we'll talk about the rest of it tomorrow.
Okay. Because I had already one session.
Yeah.